We all have one question on our minds. When is Starfield releasing? We're all very excited for Starfield, at least over here, and the delay was a punch in the gut to say the least.
It's okay, Sponge.
When will this game actually get released? Well, we know that Bethesda is still cleaning it up, probably sorting out a few bugs, making a few changes to how the entire game will play, which was recently confirmed by Todd Howard.
And so we were playing that and it became very punitive to the player. Your ship would run out of fuel and the game would just stop. You just want to get back to what you're doing, so we've recently changed it where the fuel in your ship and the grav drive limits how far you could go at once, but it doesn't run out of fuel.
So we know that they're still changing a few things around. We also know that we'll be getting these sort of Q&A Starfield videos kind of as a series, much like the Into the Starfield series that they previously did. And if they followed the same pattern, we'll be getting these videos at least once a month. Now, I think it would be really cool if at the end of this series, the final question they answer is, when's the release date? Because that's what everyone puts on social media. When are you going to put this game out? And Todd says, well, we're ready to tell you, and then they throw it up on screen, maybe after playing a new 30-second teaser or something like that. And that would just get me even more excited than I already am. But today I wanted to take this video to discuss the most potential release dates. Obviously, we know that Bethesda like to have a quote nice looking release date, much like how Skyrim was released on 11/11/11, for example. Obviously, Starfield was supposed to release on 11/11/22, and the reason why Bethesda like these release dates is simply because it's the same for everyone. Meaning in Europe, where we do our dates correctly, we put the date before the month. So having a game release, say, on the 11th day of the 11th month, means Bethesda don't have to change everything around on the release date on any of the marketing. Now, because of that, I've been saying for a while that I do believe Starfield will release on the 3rd of March 2023. The reason I think that is because, again, the dates are the same for everyone, and because it's a Friday. Lots of video games release on either Tuesdays or Fridays, but the longer we go without a release date, the more I stop thinking this. I mean, let's say that the new Starfield Q&A series goes on until December, which would mean we get 3 episodes of the series, and Bethesda do confirm the release date at the end of this series. That only gives Bethesda like a 3.5 month window from release date announcement to the game actually coming out. So again, I'm starting to steer away from March the longer we go without an official release date. Now, another date I do have in mind is the 6th of June, again giving Bethesda that nice 6/6/23 date. June would also make sense because the Xbox and Bethesda showcase was in June, where they announced every game they're showing, including Starfield, will be out within the next year. So releasing a game in June gives Bethesda the most time possible to work on and clean up Starfield, and again the 6th of June is a Tuesday, so it's very likely. And another date that is possible is the 23rd of March, simply because again, it looks nice in all regions, either 03/23/23 or 23/03/23. But again, with that said, the longer we go without a release date, the less likely March is, unfortunately, and the more likely, say, June is. Now, the 23rd of March is a Thursday, so this one is kind of unlikely, but I still wanted to mention it in case. I do think that we will find out the release date sooner rather than later. Like, we'll almost definitely find out and get a confirmation from Bethesda before the end of the year, so like 3 months at best. Because if the game releases in, let's say, June, and they confirm the new release date in January, that only gives the game 6 months of a window, which I think Bethesda will want to avoid. They usually show their games a good 9ish months before the game releases, and you can almost bet that we'll get another trailer to go along with the new release date being confirmed. I just highly doubt that Bethesda will jump on Twitter and just say, by the way, Starfield's new release date is this, and be done with it, you know? They're going to want to do a big reveal, at least that's what I expect. Really just about any date between the 1st of January 2023 and the 12th of June 2023 is possible. It's just very likely that the quote-unquote nicer looking dates are more possible, especially if they fall on a Friday or a Tuesday, so just keep that in mind. Now obviously there were those quote-unquote leaks a few weeks back that I never spoke about because they just weren't true and I thought it was pretty obvious, hence why I never reported on them. But anyway guys, that is going to pretty much do it for me today. I don't want to make this too long. We speak about this constantly on the channel, and honestly the only reason why I wanted to make a video on this again is because I keep being asked when I think the game will release. But anyway, that is going to pretty much do it for me today. It is a short one, but unfortunately we don't have a lot to talk about when it comes to Starfield recently. Hopefully we will get more news soon. If you're new around here, consider subscribing if you want to stay up to date on Starfield leaks, news, discussion, speculation, and plenty of other content. Make sure you give the video a like, and with that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next one.